Right guys, promised I was going to do another Facebook Live this week, and I'm doing something that's making me incredibly uncomfortable. I'm going to cook on the camera, more or less. I've gotten a recipe for a crustless quiche from odlums.ie, which looks like something I might be able to handle. And I've spent the last 20 or 30 minutes stressing over getting a couple of things done, but I just decided I'd jump into it and do the mixture with the rest. So what we have on the recipe here is Odlum self-raising flour. They want 75 grams of that. A little bit of margarine. I'm not going to get into the semantics of margarine versus butter and the like. I just want to make this particular recipe. I see I'm a bit out of frame there. Then some salt and pepper, an onion, which is pre-chopped over here, along with a tomato, which is already also pre-chopped. Then 125 grams of ham and 125 grams of cheddar grated, and that's already ready there. 3 eggs, which are hiding down here, and milk, which is of course the one thing I forgot to get out. So here we got milk. So the directions are to put the flour, the margarine, the salt and pepper into a bowl and mix it with our fingers. So we'll just set our little scale here, and we're going to put in 75 grams of flour. And that's of course far more because I was obviously quite heavy handed, so we'll take it out. And that's 75. Then the next thing we have is we're looking for 50 grams of margarine, so I would reset that scale and I will find some knife. So we'll put in our 50 grams of margarine, a bit more than that. A bit more. Now 51 grams of margarine, so that's going to be fine, and a bit of salt and pepper into the bowl. It doesn't tell me how much salt and pepper really, so I'm just going to, that's some salt, that's some pepper, and then to rub the ingredients with your fingertips until the mixture resembles breadcrumbs. So this does not feel right. Anyways, so I'm just trying to rub this together. I just feel like I'm making a mess. I don't see how this is meant to become breadcrumbs. But anyways, we'll keep mixing together with our fingertips. So yeah, this is making a quiche, very exciting. Well, it's exciting for me, my heart rate is up and I'm sweating like a motherfucker, but everyone probably finds different things different. It's the same as, I suppose, some people go to the gym and they probably find it very intimidating. It's a very unknown place. You might have notions of people are going to be shouting at you, and you might be behind on other things and feeling like you're being judged, but the reality is a good gym is never like that. A good gym will always take you as you are. They will understand the things you need to work at. They'll understand that you need time with certain things. And if you find that they're rushing you or making you uncomfortable, you may need to find some place that'll suit you. It's you know. So I'll be honest, this mixture looks like a mess to me. I'm just going to skip ahead to the next step. Add the onion, the ham, the cheese and the tomato to the mix. Okay, and I guess I'm still using my fingertips, so in goes the onions and the tomatoes. Here goes the cheese and the ham. All of a sudden this looks like quite a big mess. Mix this all together. I suppose what I don't like about cooking the most is not knowing what's happening, feeling the lack of control, not having the familiarity, and it's probably just something I need to force myself to do more. And I'm not even happy to look at the camera right now because I'm quite unhappy with myself, but nonetheless. So we have some weird sticky mixture here of eggs, ham, cheese, tomatoes, the whole lot, all mixed in together there. I'd say that's about as good as that's going to get. I don't know how long I'm supposed to do it, but I don't really care anymore. So I'm just going to give my hands a flip out. And the next step is to beat our eggs and milk and mixed herbs together. I can do eggs. So, at least I thought I could do eggs. 1, 2, 3. So now. Of course, I made a mistake there. Now I don't know how much milk to put in it exactly. It says to put in 300 ml of milk, so I'm going to assume that's around 300 grams. As usually a gram is a milliliter when you come to a water. I'm going to assume milk is pretty close. And I could be totally wrong. So ideally I should have checked that before I added the eggs, and I probably would have been more accurate on the mixing jug, that being the whole point of a mixing jug, but nonetheless, here's what we do. And I'm already making a mess. So that's our eggs and our things. A pinch of mixed herbs. I'm not opening herbs right now, I'm just going to keep going. So pour this into the dry ingredients and then gently stir until combined. I'll leave this out of the way. Clean that up. And there we go. So now, this is what we're looking at now. So we have to stir this until it all combines together. And I have my oven already preheated to 180 degrees. So hopefully we just throw this in. So, okay, so we're just mixing everything together. It might be a bit clumpy. Hopefully that doesn't hold against me. Probably will. I'll give an update when it comes back out of the oven. You'll see what it looks like. I think that's fairly well mixed at this stage. So now I'm going to try put it into a pre-mixed, open pan. Ooh, we see that approximately can. Good. So I've already greased this with some margarine and a bit of kitchen towel. So now we're going to pour it in. I can see Neil is saying hi Tom. Good to see you, Neil. I'll put up a link to this recipe later if anyone else wants to impale themselves upon it. And we just pour this into the bowl, pour into the prepared dish. Okay, so we're going to put this in. I have no idea if this dish is big enough or small enough. I'll probably find out later on. So, quiche, I'll just try to even out the ingredients a little bit there. A couple of clumps, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll be okay. So this is our crustless quiche now ready to go into the oven, which is preheated at 180 degrees. So I'm not too sure if I can get the camera to show us the oven as I put it in. Maybe a little. If you saw this camera setup I have, you'd laugh. So there we go, oven door. In he goes. So, I can't even remember what time it is right now, so I'll have to check what time it is to know I'm leaving this in for 30 minutes. I have no bloody clock out here. So, about 3:15, so I'll probably be back down to pull this out at about about 3:45 or 4 o'clock, and hopefully we'll have a crustless quiche that's edible, that being an important part of the equation. Okay, I'll catch up with you again in a little while, guys.